So a few years ago, I used to do a lot of what people call URBEX, which is urban exploration. Basically means a guy with a camera that goes inside abandoned houses, abandoned castles, fortresses, whatever. And back then, I've actually quit doing it for a while. Well, I never stopped doing it, but I just took it a bit more easy, because the thing is, normally who does URBEX has actually no skills whatsoever in photography. They go inside a house with the mobile phone or, with their brand new digital camera, which is not the case, this is not digital. And they go in and they start to take photos and photos and photos and photos, and normally of no photographic interest whatsoever. And the photos are absolutely meh. And I don't mean to be rude or anything, but their photography level was a little bit above zero. Even today they are more or less like this. For instance, if you ask a URBEX person, who is Ansel Adams? First of all, he's not going to correct you and say it's not is, it's was, and probably is going to think that Ansel Adams was probably the forward striker of Football Club do Porto. So, and this goes for Henri Cartier-Bresson and all of those big names in photography. They will just not know who they were. And I mean, that's okay in the end. I mean, the URBEX is just, having the guts and the camera to go inside a house and take photographs. I mean, if you see it like this, you don't need to search around for the history of photography to know how to press a button on your mobile phone and take images where your friends are going to tell you how good you are. So I was involved in these kind of groups, and there was a lot of egos boasting around and people fighting. And I said, okay, this is really not for me. I'm just going to ease on this and I'm going to proceed with my life somewhere else. So back then I started to do street photography, and that kind of, I never abandoned urban exploration. Every now and then I pick up my cameras and I go out and I decide and I really think on the place, and I really plan on going to a place at a certain time, at a certain day, where I know that light is coming from this angle or that angle, and I go there and I photograph, and I take like 3, 4, 5 images of the place itself, not more than that. Quality before quantity. So I like old walls and all this kind of stuff. And this is what I like to photograph. The nature coming in, or the degradation of everything, where you only have the basic minimum walls, floor, and then outside this lush vegetation. So this time I decided to pick up my large format camera, my Petzval lenses. Well, actually I didn't brought only the Petzval lenses. I brought also all the other ones, even a rectilinear one. A brass lens rectilinear, which I a few months ago bought it as being a Petzval. Well, I just went inside an old abandoned factory, stockings factory, which I've been willing to go there for at least 3 or 4 years. So I decided, okay, I'm going there. I need the light coming from this side, and I need this kind of light inside. I used fomapan 100. Which actually limited me, because I only have 3 or 4 speeds that I can do with my shutter in large format with using brass lenses. If I would use any other lens, I would have a lot of speeds, but not on this case. So I had to have a really slow film to be able to photograph inside. So I needed to think on photographing slowly to have enough light to do an image with the fomapan 100. So I was using speeds of 3 to 5 seconds to be able to do the images that I wanted to do. When I entered, I roamed around the whole place. I found my composition, I found what I wanted to photograph. So I just went for it and I photographed it. vegetation is somewhat dense, so you just realize that there is a building here and you're just on top of it. I'm like 10 meters, 15 meters away from it. You probably read this as MILF, but I read it as M loves large format. That being large format cameras, of course. Ah, devastation, destruction, and free vandalism. Mama, I'm coming home. I'm pretty sure that that's the elevator to hell. Very, very, very sure. If you get stuck inside, you're never going to get out. Ah, and this even smells of fart. And I don't know about you, but this for sure was not me. And this is the predicament of any large format shooters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really big bags and a tripod. A heavy load, I tell you. If only people would know the kind of effort we do just to bring really nice pictures to them. And now for a change of music and pace. Because shooting large format takes so long that I need a music to go along with it. So I'm going to develop the rolls. I have one roll of 120 and 5 sheets of 4x5 on this tank. As I've said on previous videos, we need to pre-wash this to remove the anti-annihilation layer. And this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to leave the water running so I can fill the tank and empty the tank several times. This is my fixer. This is my stop path. My stop path is from Foma. It's a Foma Citro, and this is the developer that I'm going to use now. And just for you to see, because I warned that this would be with a different color, check the color. See the greenish? That's the anti-annihilation layer coming out. So I need to do this several times so that everything is washed and ready to be developed. So now I need 30 milliliters of this. So the dilution is 1/50, so I'm going to get 31 roughly cc's, and this is done and be washed. And now I need to mixture with water. 750, 1 liter, 1.5 liters of developer, 1/600. And now I need to measure the temperature. Temperature now will tell me the development times. So the temperature is 22 degrees. This will make the times, so it was 7.5 minutes. I'm going to cut half a minute because normally one would develop at 20. So let's start with the process of developing. The process of developing is quite simple. You just pour the liquid inside and you make inversions, and then you tap the bottle when you do an inversion, so let all the bubbles get out. I have the camera tilted downwards, as you can see. The front focal, the front standard is more or less straight, and this part is a little bit tilted inwards like this. I'm going to fill in part of the frame with swirly bokeh, and it's going to be swirly bokeh on the lower part, swirly bokeh on the upper part, and then just a small strip of the car will be in focus. So the idea is I focused here on this white signature that you see over there. So that part, the white signature, should be in focus with a lens that is always soft focus. But that part should be in focus. There should be a strip of focus, and then this upper part of the car will be out of focus, and the lower part also a swirly bokeh. So this is going to be my last inversion. And then I'm going to empty the developer. I'm going to rinse the film with water. I'm going to apply a stop bath. Then I will rinse again with water. And then I'll apply the fixer to fix the image to the film itself. So off he goes. So the developer is completely out, and I'm going now to give the stop bath to stop developing. So stop bath was applied, final bath, before the fixer. Fixer. This is the way that I have to remove calcário. I don't know the name of it in English, it's calcário in Portuguese. From the final bath, because my water has a lot of calcário, and I need to wash it with this. This is just regular dishwasher, which will remove the excess of the chemical. We're just about done. It's time to open it and start to pour it back where it belongs. Dishwasher. Fill it up again. My trustworthy squeegee. People don't like squeegees, but this one is very, very old and very, very soft. And I've been handling it with it for thousands and thousands of films. So I know that she will not scratch the film base and that everything is going to be fine. First image. It's quite alright. Really, really moody image. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a really moody image. I have to admit that. Not as swirly as I wanted, but it will do the trick. This one is swirly. This one swirls a lot. Two more. So, as you can see, there you have it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images. This one here in the middle is quite alright, I like it. And let's see how the rest turn out to be. The rest are not as swirly as this one. I really like this one, goes really, really round. So we've reached the end of our video, and I'd like to thank you to stick till the end. So this session there's like 2 or 3 images that I like, which are not going to be portfolio shots. One of them I've showed you already what I was developing. The other one is this one right here, which has a lower part of the image which is in swirly bokeh. The upper part is still very visible, which is quite alright. And then we have this one right here, which is swirly bokeh on the lower part and upper part still a little bit visible. And then, like I said to you on the video, there's just this small trench in focus close to the signature of the car. And well, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you on another one, as we say in Portuguese. Até à próxima.